I'm so very, very sorry.
Most Americans were introduced to Senator David Vitter for the first time when he wound up on the client list of the D.C. Maddow. That was back in the summer of 2007. And even though he had made a name for himself as a family values politician who quite literally ran for office on the basis of the strength of his devotion to his family, and even though he publicly put his wife front and center before the cameras as he put his hooker problem in the public record, and even though he had never responded definitively to substantive reports of other patronage of prostitutes, not just in D.C., but also in Louisiana, despite all of that, David Vitter has not resigned. And he is, in fact, running for re-election next year. Perhaps unsurprisingly, he has got a few potential challengers. The one who has received the most press attention thus far is an adult film star named Stormy Daniels.
And I guess the biggest difference is I'm open with my sexual activities, and I might be a porn star, but I haven't done anything illegal. And I guess the big question is not just why is David Vitter in office, but why is he not in jail?
In addition to the adult film star, Mr. Vitter is facing more traditional challengers in his re-election as well, plus a persistent headwind in making any sort of national political news that doesn't cause people to flicker. Mr. Vitter, for example, was probably not the best choice to have introduced the national holiday proposal for the tax day teabagging protests. Senator Vitter now thinks he has found an issue on which he can get some attention and maybe raise some money for his re-election effort. On his website, right next to the photo of him and the family, and the donate right here, donate button, Senator Vitter is promoting the fact that he's put a hold on the nomination of the man nominated by President Obama to be the new director of FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency. That nominee is Craig Fielding. He's an experienced emergency management pro. He's been in charge of Florida's emergency management through at least 4 hurricanes. Fielding was appointed to the job in Florida by Republican Governor Jeb Bush. His appointment was applauded, his nomination, was applauded not only by Bush, but by other hurricane-belt Republicans like Congressman Jeff Miller and Senator Mel Martinez. Reacting to the news that his Republican colleague, Senator Vitter, was putting a hold on Fielding's nomination, Senator Martinez told the St. Petersburg Times, quote, he needs to be in there. Some people utilize the nomination process as a way of making a point or getting attention. Or maybe, in this case, raising money and getting people to talk about something related to David Vitter that isn't also related to hookers. Joining us now is Christopher Tidmore, Associate Editor for the Louisiana Weekly and the radio host on KKAY. He also ran for Louisiana State Legislature in 2007 as a Republican. Mr. Tidmore, thank you so much for joining us today.
Rachel, it's always, I'm a great fan. It's great being on the show.
Thank you very much. Hurricane season less than 3 weeks away. The capability of FEMA for 21 days, that's right. Capability of FEMA for obvious reasons, very important issue in Louisiana. Are there any substantive objections that you know of to Craig Fielding being at FEMA?
Craig Fielding is the GOP Nancy Brown. He's about the most qualified person in America. And what I find kind of astonishing, what many local Republicans in Louisiana find perturbing is he's studied what happened after Hurricane Katrina and Hurricane Rita in Louisiana. He knows the situation, he knows the problems, and he's eminently qualified. And heck, he was Jeb Bush's emergency director. So what Mr. Vitter's objections are, I don't think has anything to do with Mr. Fielding. I think it has to do with his re-election chances and trying to make a little news here in Louisiana against Barack Obama.
Senator Vitter claims that he's blocking the nomination because he wants answers from FEMA on some rebuilding projects in Cameron Parish and Grand Isle. Has Senator Vitter been known for being an outspoken champion for those projects before this?
Rachel, there have been many Republican members of Congress that have fought for dollars. Steve Scalise, Joseph Gow, in the Cameron Parish area, the congressmen in that area, you've got Democrats like Charlie Longchamp. Frankly, David Vitter has not been very vocal on the issue of needing to get more money. The example I use is one of in the New Orleans area where there's a hospital called Charity that was completely devastated by the storm. It's $500 million to become a university medical center. Without it being repaired, a lot of people aren't getting health care in the New Orleans area. David Vitter was asked to participate and talk to FEMA about this money. He did nothing. When a lot of other Republican congressmen, members of the House, were very vocal on this issue, namely Joseph Gow, most recently President Obama. What you got to remember about what David Vitter is doing, Rachel, is the fact that, frankly, not only is he looking to pay against him in the GOP primary here in Louisiana. Secretary of State Jay Garden, potentially others in the field, even John Kennedy has made a few noises about potentially getting back into it. What you've got to do is he's trying to raise money. And the email that you sent out that said, I'm not playing politics. I'm not doing that. I'm worrying about the people of Louisiana. You put them on the side of it, putting Louisiana first. There's just one problem. If you click the hyperlink, it went to the campaign fundraising site on his campaign website. It was mendacious politics.
James Lee Witt, who was the very respected director of FEMA under Bill Clinton, he sent a letter to Mr. Vitter suggesting that confirming proceedings might actually help address the issues in Louisiana that he has concerns about. James Lee Witt, obviously a very influential figure in this field. Is that reaction to this sort of shared, or do you think that Vitter actually is getting some traction out of this? Because as you've noted, there is some popularity to be found in Louisiana Republican circles and just taking on Barack Obama some way or another.
Of course. I mean, this is very attractive to Republican primary voters, and particularly to the very contributors, the small contributors that are shooting at. But what you've got to also remember is around Louisiana, even in senior Republican circles, the question's been asked, well, if we need to get the money, wouldn't it make more sense to have Mr. Fugate show up before a committee hearing and ask him, well, we need money for Grand Isle, we need money for levees, we need money for hospitals, we need money to rebuild Cameron Parish, and actually see if we can get these dollars that have been held up for so long. What I'm worried about, Rachel, as a Republican, is how this is affecting the Louisiana Republican Party, but also the national GOP, because this is reminding people of how badly a Republican administration communicated across party lines, across elected lines, and the total breakdown of communication that existed at Hurricane Katrina. It's basically a very negative flashback, and David Vitter is not doing his party, much less his state, very much a helping hand.
Christopher Tidmore, Associate Editor for the Louisiana Weekly, radio talk show